Hey guys, welcome to Red Eye Survival. Today I have with me a couple chunks of chaga. If you're unfamiliar with chaga, it's just a fungus that typically grows on the side of birch trees. And in the world of bushcraft, it's well known for being a great source of fire tinder. So, using a couple different fire starters, I thought I'd play around with it a little bit, see how well it holds a spark. Alright, so let's get to it. Here's a close-up view of it. As you can see, it has this hard black outer layer. This is not what we're wanting. What we're looking for is this orange, somewhat spongy center. This is what we'll be working with today. The first fire starter I want to try out is the flint and steel. Using this method, I'm not going to be able to use these chunks of chaga, as they are right now. The flint and steel just doesn't produce a hot enough spark for a surface area this big. So what I got to do here is basically just scrape some off, get it into smaller, finer pieces. So, just try to get a pile of it here that I can shoot a spark into. Alright, this should be good enough. There it goes. The smell of burning chaga is not unpleasant. It kind of has a semi-sweet, almost medicine-y smell to it, which I know Russia and some other Eastern cultures have drank chaga as a medicinal tea for hundreds of years, so I guess it only makes sense that it would smell that way. But I like it. I think it has a pleasant smell to it, but it seemed to take that pretty good. It's still going. You guys can see that. Okay, the second fire starter I want to play around with is the fire steel or the ferro rod. Alright, using a ferro rod or the fire steel, I should be able to use this chunk of chaga how it is. It should produce a spark hot enough to be able to penetrate this surface area. A little word of advice though, if you are going to use the ferro rod on a chunk of chaga, be sure you're using a piece that you don't mind parting with. I made the mistake of one time doing this, and every time I would try to scrape out the ember, it would just create a bunch of new embers, so it was darn near impossible, to snuff that ember out. So be sure you're using a piece you don't mind losing. Yeah, that's going pretty good. And that is a slow burning ember. Okay, now it's time for a real challenge. I'm going to try using the bow drill on it, see how well that does. I do believe I got it going. Yep. Wanted to show you guys this. This thing's probably been smoldering for almost 10 minutes. It's still going strong. I mean, this Chaga can definitely hold an ember. I am a believer of that. Look at that. Just one big old piece of coal. Well, I can definitely see why Chaga is known as a Tinder Fungus. I think it performed pretty good today. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this video. Catch me again next time.